Well, ladies and gentlemen, if it wasn't already clear, Donald Trump has broken Joy Reid completely, and a lot of these other demented liberals who now have to face the reality of Donald J. Trump having one of the most badass, epic, historic moments in U.S. political presidential history. And they're lashing out. They're trying to call it staged. They're saying a bullet never really hit Trump. We don't know Trump's injuries. And we've got other stuff Joy Reid has said. She said something last night where I tweeted out, I said, this is one of the most insane things I've seen someone say in politics. We're going to get to that. That's comparing Joe Biden having COVID in 2024, or really even COVID any year, but Joe Biden having COVID in 2024 to the Donald Trump assassination attempt. And so this is the first thing we're going to talk about, and then I'm going to get to the real Whopper video. Again, this was the thing I said last night. This is like the dumbest thing I've seen. Justin, a clearly frustrated Joy Reid, says Trump getting shot in the head, having part of his ear blown off, is exactly the same thing as Biden getting COVID. Quote, Donald Trump is an elderly man who, for whatever reason, was given 9 seconds. So she's already talking about, see, no, MSNBC... these people, and the thing is, what ground do they have to stand on? These are all the holier than thou party. Oh, the right is just a bunch of conspiracy nut jobs. It's disgusting. They bought hook, line, and sinker into the COVID bullshit, or into the Russia bullshit, and now they're buying into this, where it's like Donald Trump stages a photo. They give him 9 seconds to take a picture. No, they were around him. Trump powered his way through and put his fist up. They were still surrounding him. It wasn't like they just let Trump up and said, here you go, sir, get your photo. They're surrounding him. Trump powers through, puts his fist up. That's how it happened. She's lying. So she's lying here. Of course she is. You can see, given 9 seconds to take an iconic photo op during an active shooter situation. Now, I will say, I thought it was a little bit strange that, I think it's just bad protocol. They were told the shooter was down. There's audio of it, and it's like, well, wouldn't you want to clear the area before getting Trump out of there? But this isn't a situation where they let Trump they were like, all right, Secret Service, stand off to the side, let Trump get his iconic shot. That's why there's Secret Service in the photo of Trump putting his fist up. But again, this is all cope. These people, deep down, they know this is one of the most historic, iconic, badass photos we're ever going to see in U.S. presidential history. These people have said forever that Donald Trump only cares about himself. Donald Trump nearly died at a rally in frickin' Pennsylvania as a 78-year-old multi-billionaire, where he could be on any yacht in the world that he wants. He's 78 years old. But no, Joy, you're right. It's all staged. Trump only cares about himself. He's a failure. He's only a multi-billionaire. You're right. These people are in la la land, and you have to call this stuff out. Weird situation. We'll figure out one day. So she's even saying, I didn't even know she was saying in the MSNBC while she was at the RNC. And by the way, there was also something where, I mean, what a job the RNC did with the Afghanistan families and just how terrible of a situation that was. It's totally confirmed. Biden handled that situation horribly. They suggested leaving soldiers in Afghanistan. Biden wanted everyone out immediately, and they said it was going to be a total mess. That's exactly what ended up happening. But even and apparently they like cut away from that on MSNBC. And like you see some of these liberals reacting to that, like when they're live streaming it, they like don't even show it. They're just talking. These people are all horrible. But you can see she's even saying, she's insinuating that even on air on MSNBC that, oh, it was fake or something. Because look at this weird situation. We'll figure out one day. So, oh my God, Thomas Crooks, we're going to get to that in a second. But she says, we'll figure out one day, but his survival of that and bouncing right back up is going right into his convention is being conveyed to the media as a sign of strength. Well, yes, typically when you survive an assassination attempt, have blood running down your face and put a fist up, that's going to be a sign of strength. You're a real genius. And then she says, this current president of the United States, 81 years old, has COVID. Oh my God, he has COVID. Oh my God. Oh, no, not COVID. Oh my God. Should he be fined in a couple days? Doesn't that convey the exact same thing? No, Joy, you're right. You're right. Donald Trump speaking at a rally, getting his ear blown off, going into an active shooter situation. The shooter gets killed, gets shot in the face. It's the same exact thing as having COVID. And now there's video of Joe Biden. He can't even get into a car now. I'm not even seriously. There's a video. It takes him like 30 seconds to get into a car. But yeah, no, Joy Reid is right. You know, an assassination attempt is the exact same thing as getting COVID in 2024. Absolutely. So I thought that was the craziest thing, but it's not. She has a little session here where I don't even know, is she on TikTok or if this Instagram? I'm not sure. Joy Reid suggests that Trump might not have been hit by a bullet at all. So that photo of the bullet right behind Trump that they captured, I think it was a liberal photographer actually that works for a liberal network that captured that photo. That was all staged. They put that photo in because Trump's such a good marketer. Thomas Crooks, he's alive, and Thomas Crooks faked dying. So Thomas Crooks now, and this is coming in right now, I'm hearing reports. Thomas Crooks is going to he's going to take over for Tom Holland. He's going to be the next Spider-Man because of that acting. So this is huge news. She's right. No, she's right. Donald Trump faked the entire thing. Thomas Crooks is an amazing actor. He faked dying. He faked getting shot in the head. He faked firing bullets. And so let's see what Joy Reid has to say. We'll go ahead and turn this up here.
Know for sure whether Donald Trump was hit by a bullet, whether he was hit by glass fragments, whether he was hit by...
I do want to say there was a report, and I didn't cover this because I was going to do a video on this on Saturday night. There were reports that Donald Trump, that the bullets, and this makes no sense because there was no shatter sound, but I mean, this was like a news reporter woman who was being told by the Pennsylvania PD or some bullshit, I forget what it was. She was like, no, the bullets hit like some type of, maybe the teleprompter in front and the glass from that shattered Trump's face or shattered Trump's, ear, which makes no sense because the glass would go everywhere. So that story never made any sense from the beginning. That's just not the way glass reacts. If it gets hit by, a long range AR, it's going to shatter, and it's not just going to hit Trump in one area. It's going to go all over the place. And also both of the teleprompters were completely fine. So that's wrong. That was reported by someone. I want to mention that's wrong, though.
Shrapnel. We don't have those details.
We do.
Actually have no details from his
we know he was hit by a bullet, honey.
This man is still a Secret Service protected, and presidential candidate. We knew almost nothing. Why? Why don't we know that much? We know that 3 people were shot. 1 person, unfortunately, was killed.
But why would you... See, this is the thing that doesn't make any sense. Why would you... If you don't think Trump was shot, why would the rest of it not be staged? So they're all gonna. So Trump and his people are gonna say, all right, let's kill one of our supporters. No. This makes sense. Trump says, you know what? Let's have a bullet whiz by my ear, or maybe we'll fake it. We'll have a whatever. Remember, these are the same people that thought Trump had those blood packs where you squeeze him and blood comes out, and that's what they thought his ear was. You zoom in, half of his ear's missing, or like a quarter of the top of his ear is missing. This was all confirmed at the RNC. There were doctors. There was someone that said he saw Trump, and he's like, yeah, part of his ear's missing. He's just thankful to be alive. And so these people, again, guys, the problem is with like Joy Reid and Destiny and all of these people, I can't stress this enough, and there's no way I'll be able to explain enough. They hate Donald Trump to the point where they think by far he's the worst president in U.S. history. They think he's like a crazy criminal to where he should be in jail for the rest of his life. And they cannot, these are adults, they cannot handle their emotions and cope with the fact that Donald Trump had one of the most iconic moments in U.S. history. And this is how you're seeing it play out. These are adults that cannot handle their emotions. And so now we're seeing it play out real time with Joy Reid, who's now saying, remember, these are the same people, those dumbass Republican conspiracy theorists, those dumbass. And here's Joy Reid saying, well, no, Trump staged the whole thing, but he killed one of his supporters to make it seem realistic. And where does Thomas Crooks fit into all of this? Did Thomas Crooks agree to this? Wow, that's crazy. So Thomas Crooks must just be the biggest MAGA supporter. He says, I'm going to take the fall. You can shoot me in the face. I'm going to pretend shoot at Trump. We're going to stage the entire thing. And by the way, why would Trump need to do this? Going into the rally in Pennsylvania, he was already up in all the polls. But see, the thing is, it's so fun to make fun of this shit just because it's so ridiculous. So I wanted to talk about that for a little bit. This video is crazy. This video is crazy. And people were blaming this dude. But listen, this is just, at this point, this is just a normal Trump rally. But this dude has the perfect angle of Trump potentially getting shot. And he flips the camera on himself and does like a video selfie right as it happens. And I'm not going to blame the dude. Again, it was just a normal rally. Nobody thought that was going to happen. But it is crazy, the timing of this.
On the bottom, see the big red
It's
arrow.
Trump talking for a while.
And
talking about the immigration.
then the worst president in the history. That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
I mean, it's really bad. It's literally the worst timing in the world. Just as Trump is saying that last sentence, he turns the camera. Here's Biden trying to get into his car. Yeah, this was ABC. They zoomed in on Biden. They were saying, oh, he's got COVID. Now he's wearing this mask. And then even ABC had to admit, they're like, oh, it seems like look at him. He's like humping the car seat trying to get in. So Biden is struggling to even get in a car. It took him about 30 seconds. ABC had to admit, why did Time change the cover? I don't know if this is actually true. I mean, normally when they put out a cover, isn't it final? But honestly, that cover does not do it justice. That photo should be left up there with 0 words on a cover. Everybody, you shouldn't have an attack on Trump. Just leave it up with 0 words. That's all you need to do. And it's so funny, attack on Trump. If this was like a Democrat that did this, it would be something crazy uplifting or something. This woman is crazy. Some Democrat whack job liberal councilwoman is seen biting a police officer, and there's literal bite marks on it, on his wrist, on his arm. So there she is. These people have just completely lost their minds. So this was the polling bump that I suggested Trump would get. This is exactly how I thought it was going to go. Libs were coping. They were saying there was no bump after the assassination attempt. Let's see what happens here. Arizona, Trump +7. Georgia, Trump +6. Michigan, Trump +3. Nevada, Trump +5. North Carolina, Trump +7. Pennsylvania, Trump +5. Wisconsin, Trump +5. Pennsylvania and Wisconsin are key there. Trump's starting to expand his lead. All of those swing states, Trump's +5 or better outside of Michigan. And even in Michigan, this coming out on the 16th. So after the attempt, this is more like the polling bump that I expected to see for Trump, where he's plus at least 5 in every swing state shown here, except for Michigan. And even in Michigan, he's +3. And we knew Michigan was going to be harder for Trump to win. I reported yesterday, I said they're going to replace Biden. They are, guys. Whether it takes 4 or 5 days or into next week, they're going to wait for the RNC for sure to die down. They're going to try and let that lose some momentum. Obviously, with this is, the final night now. It's going to be the grand finale. They're not going to say anything yet. They will have a ceremony for Biden. They will do the fake transfer of power, which I think they're going to hold some type of huge rally. Obama's going to be there. All the big shots now in the Democratic Party, Pelosi. You've also got Michelle Obama probably there. You've got Newsom, Whitmer. They're all going to be there. The question is, who is Kamala's VP? I think they're probably going to try and go with Newsom. It would be more of a balanced ticket if they do that. I'm not sure if Newsom would agree to it. But like I said, he is the liberal whooping boy. He's the Democrat, pussy bitch. I mean, he does whatever they say. So if they tell him to be the VP, I think he's going to be it. We saw Elon Musk and him go back and forth. I just don't understand what leg Newsom has to stand on at this point with whatever they passed, where a kid can tell a teacher that they've changed genders. Like, say it's a 3rd grader and they tell their teacher, my pronouns now are she, her. They're not he, him. And they've passed a law to where the teacher is not legally required to tell the parents that the child who's possibly in 3rd, 4th grade has changed their gender. And obviously Elon Musk was going to leave California anyway, but I think he wanted to make a statement and say, all right, this is absurd. This is why I'm changing it. And then Newsom is such a dumbass. He comes out and says, you bent the knee. Dude, all your policies are just that is such a fucked up policy to have a kid who possibly could be influenced by the teacher, maybe the other students, to change a gender under the parents' nose, and they pass a law that says no. Like, they pass a law that says the teacher does not have to tell the parents that the kid, who could be in 4th grade, changed their fucking gender. What kind of evil is that? Why would that be passed? I have no clue. But listen, the general polls, they're just so great for Trump. You also do have Nate Silver coming out and saying they basically held an intervention with Biden and it didn't work. So now they're leaking the details publicly. Yes, it's more pressure onto Biden. Biden now has changed his tune a little bit, his position. He was steadfast 2 or 3 weeks ago. He wasn't going to drop out. And now it's all changed to where Biden's open to it. And this is really just the start. This is the acceptance they want. The Democrats want Biden to feel. He will be dropping out within the next few weeks. I'm very confident on that based on all the dialogue, based on his age, the Democrats realizing it's just not going to happen. Independent people, they have no faith Biden is going to be able to serve another 2 years, let alone another 4 years. So that makes them feel like their vote is wasted. That mentality does not promote people going to the polls. They will end up voting for no one or RFK, even if they are never Trump people, because they realize Biden, it's such a clown show. He's not going to last another year or two. So the Dems realize that, and they're like, all right, it's time to go. Get Biden out of here and make the switch to Kamala. And it's going to be a whole big thing, probably with a rally and then at the DNC. Or they could try and do an open convention. I just don't know who would be the potential candidate there. The only one I can think of is Michelle Obama, and she already said she's not going to do it. Would Gavin Newsom be better than Kamala? Honestly, it's probably doubtful. Whitmer, I don't think Whitmer would want to run this year. She probably wants to wait for 2028. Newsom might as well. So is it going to be maybe a ticket of Kamala, Hakeem Jeffries, Kamala, Newsom, Kamala, Whitmer, Kamala, Josh Shapiro? I know Josh Shapiro with the Pennsylvania shooting. He was very elegant. He was very professional, presidential type. Although I don't think Josh Shapiro would want to tether himself to this administration either. But I guess we will see. Either way, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on X. Link to that's always in the description.